How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. We are in Starfield continuing our space journey. So in the last episode, we obtained the Razor Leaf. We have a brand new spaceship. We did the Mantis quest line. Alright, let me just check really fast. Let me see. Mantis, yes, it's done. I explored the lair of the Mantis and have access to the Mantis's suit and the ship. If I wanted, I could be the next Mantis. Yeah, if I wanted. Today I have another plan. Today I want to join the UC Vanguard finally. And I want to redo this quest line. I've done it once, quite some few months ago. So I remember it being very, very fun. So actually, just a second. It's M. This is the Nebula star system. So let's go back to the New Atlantis. And we gotta join the UC Vanguard, alright? Now, the funny thing, I just logged in on Starfield after a couple of days that I haven't played. And there was a whole...
When a settlement looks so peaceful and secure, it starts to become a target. I guess that's why New Atlantis and even Sidonia have as much security as they do.
Let me just take off my helmet. There's a brand new agreement, terms of use or something, at the start. I have to agree. I have no idea what was that all about. It's really giant. I tried to read most of it. And yeah, something is changing. There are some new laws. It's kind of funny and scary at the same time. Like out of nowhere, they just made you like agree to a bunch of new terms for safety. Yeah, I'm not really expert. Anyways, we're gonna...
They drive a pretty hard bargain for new recruits. I certainly couldn't say no.
Wanna join with me? Hello there.
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Yeah, I want to join the Vanguard right there. So now we gotta go to the recruitment first. So today I wanted to go through the recruitment and probably do the first mission. Remember this guy?
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
Sure. What exactly is the Vanguard?
We're the United Colonies volunteer fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed.
Okay, so what sort of work would I be doing?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
Alright, let's go.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Alright. Look at this big gun. We're going down to join. I honestly believe this is one of the best faction quest lines that Bethesda ever wrote. Or, you know, designed. Just my opinion. Actually, wait. Let me... Update. All right. Supra et Ultra. All right. These are all the floors. We're gonna go into the Vanguard Orientation Hall.
You might want this.
What? What? All right. Let's join. We got to register here first. To register for your examination, please select Enlistment Agreement. Another agreement. I agree.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the Orientation Hall, or continue on to the examination.
What's this? Spotlight. The United Colonies on Planet X. Now, here's the catch. Let me tell you right away. You can go right away through and start the... There's a training or a test. But we can also listen to these little lectures along the way. And actually, you should listen if you want better grades or something like that. It's let's just say it's recommended to listen before we go up. So let's just do that. It's actually gonna discuss the lore a little bit, the history. So it's actually interesting if you're into that. All right, so let's start here. The end of Earth, all right?
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
In that moment, humanity changed forever. Nothing would ever be the same. They must have been scared out of their minds.
Okay. Oh, here we have our old, beautiful Earth. Let's see what he says.
What? One of the displays broken? I'll call up to maintenance. You here to enlist? Don't worry. None of this junk is on the exam.
Ah, good to know.
This assignment isn't glamorous, but it sure beats patrols.
Right. That's the only one here, right? Alright, now we can continue the story. New factions arise. Look at that. It's like a museum.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
Well, this is certainly an interpretation.
House Varun.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Va'ruun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Va'ruun. House Va'ruun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Now, actually the DLC Shattered Space will deal more in detail with their lore. I haven't played it yet, so we're gonna play that first time exclusive. But it's recommended like a higher level. So once I'm like level 35 or something, I'm gonna try it out. I'll probably do it with Andrea, because she's Va'ruun. Alright, now we're gonna learn about the Freestar Collective, the freedom-loving faction founded by Solomon Coe, right? Space, Texas.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
So this is a Freestar Collective, Aquila and Neon. So this is probably a Neon. Something you'll find on a Neon. It's more like a cyberpunk aesthetic. I don't remember seeing this mask before. Actually, we haven't been to Neon yet in this playthrough. Okay. Next. So again, like I said, this is all optional, but I want to do it just for the sake of playthrough, you know. I want to go through all this lore. Serpent Crusade. What's that about? Reminds me of the Butlerian Crusade from Dune, right?
Beginning in 2240, House Va'ruun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Va'ruun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Va'ruun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Va'ruun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Va'ruun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Yeah, the Va'ruun Zealots.
Oh, don't let me get in your way. I've seen all this plenty already.
Alright, we're getting slowly there. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We're gonna learn about the war. There's some things there that they use in the war that we don't find in the game, like this mecha. And there's a terramorph. The Terror of Londinion. Right? So tell me about the conflict among the stars.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs.
Mechs.
Even bioengineered alien creatures. The infamous UC xeno-weapons.
Yep.
It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
Omitting the verifiable facts about a conflict only ensures a repeat performance.
Yeah, obviously, because this is UC, they're gonna say their version, which would be more biased. Makes sense. But this war happened not so long ago, actually. For example, Sarah Morgan, she was in this war. So Bethesda loves setting their games after like some kind of a big conflict. Like, you know, in Skyrim, the Great War, right? This is also a Great War. So it makes for an interesting background, you know, setting. The Battle of Nera.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
All right. So here we have one example of a mech. So let me see. Yeah, I mean, I guess a human can squeeze in, sit there. I think that was for human, right? To sit there. To operate the mech. I mean, this looks terrifying in the combat, I have to say. So what's more terrifying? This piece of machinery that were used by UC. And it's funny because, you know, New Atlantis is more tech-oriented, and Freestar Collective is more like a, I don't know, how do you even say, traditional, looking more to the past. But then it was the Freestar Collective that designed these giant robots, and UC used these xenomorphs, aliens. This is a terramorph.
This thing's like an artist's rendition, right? No animal can be this ugly in real life.
All 4 of my last science papers have been on terramorphs.
This is crazy. They remind me a little bit of those mutants from the Resident Evil games. I think to me...
Dad wanted me to apply for the administration track at school, but I'm going to be a xenobiologist. It's science division or nothing.
What's uncanny to me is these human arms. They're clearly human arms.
No one knows how they move between planets. I wonder if they can grav jump or something.
I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
Okay. The Terror of Londinium. So Londinium was actually another town, UC town. We can actually go there and during this quest line, but it's totally devastated. It was infested by these terramorphs. All right.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinium. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinium found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph.
I really hope this is just a
A
phase.
rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds. Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable.
I can't stop staring at it.
Ultimately,
A
the
real
decision was made to
Terramorph.
destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinium is mourned by the UC to this day.
Actually, the background of this event and what happened to Londinium, what happened there, it's one of the main topics of this questline. We're gonna research that and discover what happened, what caused this terramorph infestation, and actually what are the terramorphs, where they come from, because no one knows. So that's like the background, overarching storyline for the UC Vanguard. But there's another one. So it's funny because this faction questline has two branches, they're parallel. On one side, we're gonna investigate the terramorphs, the origin and, you know, the mystery. But on the other side, we're gonna deal with the Crimson Pirates. In a series of, basically we're gonna be undercover agent. We're gonna infiltrate the pirates and, you know, join them. We're gonna prove ourselves worthy. We're gonna do missions for them. And then even there, we're gonna have a choice of, do we want to like, you know, betray them? Or maybe we can change our side and actually join for real pirates and betray the UC, you know? So there are options along the path. So this is why I really, really love this quest line. And especially the later missions actually be pretty challenging for me. This way? Okay, this is the last, a couple more. This is not talking about the armistice. So after the Great War, you know, there's a peace, obviously.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
It was a scary time, to say the least. The armistice was the only way we could survive. Until the next terrifying weapon, anyway.
By the way, remember this piece of information, because this is all going to be relevant later. These are the Vanguard and the Freestar Rangers. These are two factions we can join at the same time, even. So now we join the Vanguard. Although this particular uniform is, I heard it's possible to find, but it's very rare. We're gonna have a different kind of uniform, but I really want to try to find this one. Oh no, this is not Vanguard. This is just the UC, right? And these are the 3-star Rangers. Alright. And now the Vanguard is born. Alright.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Yeah, so this is the typical Vanguard uniform. I kind of like it. Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Please don't touch the displays.
Alright, this way. Now we're going to be going into the pilot simulator.
I have something for you.
Later, Barrett, later. I love these models. So this is basically going to be a mini game. You have to prove that you're a capable pilot. You have to pass the test.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
Wow. These things have gotten very high-tech. Wild.
Yep. Supra et Ultra. So one way of getting a citizenship for a New Atlantis is by serving. And depending on how well we perform, you know, the waiting time is, you know, can be shorter or longer. Actually, because first time I played, I didn't do so good. And they told me, okay, your citizenship should be here in about 10 years. I was like, 10 years? But once I performed better, I reached a higher rank, and it was like 5 years. So I didn't know about that. It's an interesting, like, fun little detail. So it's not always the same. But there are also other ways to reach citizenship. If you're a scientist, any way to contribute to the society. So this is, again, another feature of utopian or dystopian, depends how you look at it, society, where you have to contribute, right? If you want to enjoy full privileges, you can't just be born. No one is born into citizenship. You have to prove yourself. It's a privilege, and you have to earn. This way, yeah. Exam Proctor Samuelson.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready.
What kind of ship am I going to be flying in this simulation?
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside.
Can you tell me about the exam?
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
So we can keep doing this over and over. And the best thing, every time you destroy a ship, even though it's simulation, it counts as you destroy the real ship, which means it affects your piloting skill progress. And that's the almost like a cheat, but it's not. It's really not a cheat. It's because it's a real fight.
All right then.
It's as real as it goes, except at the end you don't die, you know, it just ends the simulation. Enter the simulation. Take the blue pill. Alright.
This is the Mark 18 flight simulation chamber, applicant. Currently in orbit around a high-detail recreation of a remote world. When you're ready to begin, please take a seat in the pilot's chair.
Alright, let's do this. I just have to go through three tiers. It's not easy, actually. For someone like me. Alright, Captain Alec.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
Oh, wait. Alright. I almost forgot to charge up every...
Targets active.
Let me see, I have 3 weapons, yeah.
At least try to defeat us.
Even the machine is mocking me.
Damage sustained.
Even the simulation is mocking me.
Recorded.
It's
Tier
ridiculous.
1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
I never went through all the tiers. Like, the ending ones are super. You're fighting our entire fleet of high-level ships.
New targets active.
Target defeated.
There's one more. Oh no, I forgot.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating Tier 3.
Okay, this one I had to do through.
New targets active.
I have no strategy, I just go there and shoot. That's why I lose. Oh my god.
Calculating intercept vectors.
Oh man.
Target defeated.
Man, I'm gonna lose. Can I? Man.
This is futile.
Almost there.
Target defeated.
Is that it?
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 3 reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
That's right, since I'm here already, you know. Oh, look at this planet. It's fake. It's a simulation. How deep does this simulation go? There's a abandoned star station, which I think can be used strategically.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
No. Here. Level 44, man. Wow.
Insufficient.
Oh. Come on. I got you, man.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded.
Level
Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5.
Level 4, baby. Now this is, I think, where I stop. This is the end.
New targets active.
Oh my god. How many ships? Oh no. Come on, get at least one. Man. Look, he's crazy. He's going crazy. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. It's fine.
Halting simulation. You have passed, applicant.
Yeah, this
you may
was...
proceed to the exit hatch to log your results.
Yeah.
Or restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
That's it. Good. How do I exit? Yeah. That was a good simulation. I think this tier... Excuse me. I think this tier is too much for me. So... But I passed the test. That's what matters. Exit.
Shutting down.
Supra et...
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. You can head up to Commander Tuwala to receive your final results and your probationary assignment.
Okay.
Or you're welcome to take another run at the simulation if you'd like to try and earn a better score.
Yeah.
We'll only keep...
Yeah.
your best run.
Like I said, we can always come back and do more fighting game. It's a good, easy way to like stack, kill ships.
Hey, you might want this.
Now my score is very average. Level tier, tier number 3 or 4. Which one I got? Just average, really.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first?
All right. I wrapped up my piloting exam and they told me to come back.
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
Yep, I'm ready.
Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data, checked out a few of the murals. Good. A test of preparation and thoroughness. 2 traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards.
Yep.
Good job putting them away.
Way better than what I'd do. I always mess up on the parking.
So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause.
10 years, huh? Well, good luck with that. Send me a postcard on Paradiso whenever you're done.
So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First, though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
Yep.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Now we gotta give a oath. What's funny, like 10 years, I don't think many commanders, captains survive 10 years. I wonder what's the survival rate, like it's a long time to be doing this. Because every day it can be your last day. But actually, let me give a little secret. At the end of this questline, we will get citizenship and a home in New Atlantis as a reward, because we're gonna do some really big things at the end of this questline. So remember all this? Very humble beginning, we just do a test. Oh, average score. Like we're just another ant in this anthill, right? You feel like you're just nobody, really. At the end of this questline, we're gonna be the hero of New Atlantis, of UC. So you can really, really feel the change, the progress.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies.
Sure.
Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
On the second thought, let me think about it. Nah, I do.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti II. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti II count on you?
Yep. You think I should expect trouble?
No major settlements on Tau Ceti. No real active industry either. Doesn't make for a big target. It's got the potential to be a pretty quiet trip. But there's a reason they wrote, "Here be dragons" on the map edge. So if it were me, I'd hope for the best and arm for the worst. And if for some reason you do run into trouble, don't forget, it's your job to protect those who need it. So, you ready to head out?
Yep.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
All right, we got credits. Now, I don't have the the spacesuit yet, right? I think after this probationary mission, as they call it, we're gonna get a Vanguard spacesuit. So, all right, let's go to Tau Ceti II. Tau Ceti II. So sounds like a really quiet job. Actually, we have to go to a spaceport first, right?
Our whole office is getting moved to Gagarin.
Really? Ugh. What's there to even do on Gagarin?
Beats me, but the financials make sense.
Well then, we're going to have to give you one hell of a send-off.
You, madam, have a deal.
Gagarin, man, I haven't been there in such a long time. It's actually like a cozy little town.
Get something off my chest. I sold my sister's ship and told her it was stolen a while back. I gotta come clean to her about this.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh man,
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis when Tony and I leave. No, probably not.
UC Vanguard.
You hear about that missing ship? They think it was pirates. Yeah, you know how it goes.
I just love it. I really love it. Okay, we gotta meet the technician. He'll give us some kit. Starting kit. And then this first mission on the Tau Ceti II. Again, like sounds like a very quiet job. Just some communication repair. It's a small place. Sounds like it's gonna be like easy peasy piece of cake. But it was this first mission that got me hooked on this whole quest line. Because they're really gonna hook you on, man. He's gonna be...
call someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Yuck. You will be scanned as you enter the city.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Cafeteria. I never explored this area. Let me go there later. I want to see what's in the cafeteria.
Really? Shocked she managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can.
Yes, sir.
Ah, you are new probationary then? Crew Chief Herat, pleasure to be working with you. It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite. In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots get for their first mission. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there.
Alright.
My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti II. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out?
Anything you can tell me about Tau Ceti II?
I honestly didn't realize it had people living on it until we got your recorder. Report they gave us seemed clean. No known hostile outposts. But I wouldn't say that's permission to let your guard down. Just watch out for wildlife and pirates. Keep those med packs handy and you'll be fine.
Alright, let's go. Just a second.
Recruit, had some more questions?
I'm all set.
Then I won't keep you.
Alright.
Make us look good out there, recruit.
Alright, now we got it. Barrett, wanna go with me? Actually, let's check the cafeteria. Get some coffee before we go. Oh, employees only. Excuse me. Do I count? I'm a... Yeah, just as I expected. It's all industrial. Chunks. Yep. So funny. Let me see something. Can I... Ah! No, I can't. Right? There's our razor leaf. Now we can go. But it's interesting that New Atlantis doesn't have like an entrance gate. The only way to enter and leave the city is to fly in the port. Let me see. We can just fly. Let's go. Tau Ceti.
No matter how long we're gone, it's always good to be back.
Oh, there's a temple on this system. We just scanned it. Good. So as you fly around, you actually you actually scan for these temples. It's a lovely blue planet. Let me see something. Oh, that's a big ocean. That's why. Wow, it's mostly water actually. with the poles, and there's some island continents. Tau Gourmet Production Center. So we gotta make contact with the settlers on Tau Ceti II. This is a fun mission job. A fun job. Man, my throat is really dry.
Another perfect landing. 10 out of 10.
Alright, let's do this. Get up first. I'll keep Barrett with me for emotional support. Barrett.
I love coffee. It's my second favorite thing in the galaxy, next to reading about you.
It's... You know, it's fun. I just thought of something. Because the Starfield is all about the many worlds theory, the string theory. So there are basically infinite number of universes, all slightly different from each other. But the more you know, go out from your core, from your primal world, the difference gets bigger and bigger, right? That's how I understand. So if there are infinite
Where are we going?
realities,
What are we doing? What's next for me and you?
in some kind of like a weird theoretical way, he can actually be a Dorian fan from Oblivion, from Tamriel, who just
You're looking as glorious as ever, Captain.
like he can actually be the variation of that same NPC or character. Yeah, you can really explain through that the many worlds theory. I mean,
easy to forget how marvelous life on other planets truly is.
Let's go.
Captain Alexander, it is pleasant to see you.
No spacesuit, Barrett? Alright. Well, look at that hill or a mountain. Look at that. Ah, just lovely. Alright. Let's make the contact.
Looks abandoned. Suddenly abandoned. Not liking that.
Yeah? Oh. I'm gonna act now like I don't know what's going on. But of course I know what's going on. Do you guys recognize these marks, these claws from the beginning of the game in that first factory we went in on the moon of Vectera? Same claw marks. There was some fighting. So obviously there is some kind of a creature on the loose that kind of murdered this whole place.
Looks abandoned. Suddenly abandoned. Not liking that.
Yep, look at that. It's fun, you can actually collect all these pool balls. Have a collection.
We'll find salvager, maybe? Looks like this just happened relatively recently.
Yeah. The horror at Outpost. A cinema experience colder than death. What shooting things would you do? How ironic. There's this poster right here. Art imitates life. Or life imitates art. Something like that. Well. Pear. I love pears. So what is going on around here? Vodka. All right. So something went terribly wrong. We gotta go there. Wow, look at that. Whoa. That was a scream. Let's just take it easy. Wow. Oh. So looks like this spaceship actually crashed. Yeah.
Either I got hit harder than I thought, or you've got some incredible timing. Regardless, I think it knows you're here. I'll unlock the door. Second floor, main building. But be quiet.
Let's hear the creepy lady out, I guess.
Adrian is the H sound. Tau Gourmet Production Center. They were producing food, right? Here. Dude. Huh. Oh. They're dead. They're all dead. Second floor. She's here. Or she's injured.
So what do we got here? It's too clean to be one of the settlers. Or a pirate. You see on patrol, maybe? It'd make my day if you said you were a shock trooper out for a stroll.
I can lie. Shock trooper. Actually, the Vanguard sent me. Though they failed to mention how bad things were.
Vanguard, huh? Yeah, I expect they didn't. I'm Hadrian. I was a researcher with the UC. I came here on a rumor of a... Well, I expect you saw the results on your way in. What's left of the settlers? The work of Oxysio Machina. A terramorph.
Great.
One of the nastiest aliens humanity's ever crossed paths with. And this one, well, it's something of an anomaly. Possibly a worrying one.
Oh, just perfect. Sure, why not?
I already met the Terramorph. So what kind of anomaly are you talking about?
Terramorphs have a unique growth cycle. They're usually only found on worlds that have been long colonized by humanity. But Tau Ceti's too young to have one. Yet here it is. I came looking for an explanation and found all this.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear what she says. What's a Terramorph?
Other than a stark reminder that nature isn't our friend?
You're not wrong. Among apex predators, they're the pinnacle. Resilient, agile, smart, and their mental prowess only increases with age. Some can even dominate the minds of weaker species, keeping them as pets, livestock, or toys.
Mm-hmm.
They're creatures without peer.
Wait, are all the settlers dead?
I managed to scope out a fair bit of the facility before it found me. If there are any survivors of the attack, they're long gone.
All right.
I sure could. Because to confirm my suspicions about this creature, I'm gonna need a tissue sample from it. And to get that, I need its corpse. But there is a way we can give ourselves an edge against this thing. The plant's security system. The admin terminal's here in this building, but it needs its connection reset. And as I found out, that's not a one-person job. But if you can make it to the security outpost and restore the connection, I think I can get things back online. See if the settlers left us any other tools.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I know. All right. Let's get the security system back online.
Good. Once I see the connection reset, I'll get things underway on my end. Take care of yourself out there. And make sure you leave enough of that thing for us to get a sample.
So there are several ways to kill. We can kill the Terramorph by ourselves if we can do it. Or we can activate the defense system to help us. Frankenstein. So let me see. Credits. Medpacks. Ammunition. Alright. Alright. Follow the signs, as they say. There. Terramorph was here. I think the creepiest part about them is that they can actually manipulate your mind and keep you as their toy. Just messing with you. Because that's beyond just a pure animal. That's already like evil. That's already some kind of consciousness, right? Awareness. Wait. I think we need to go under. Yeah, these are the turrets. The turrets, how you pronounce. That need to be activated. Yeah, there they are. They will help us to fight the Terramorph. Where's that thing? What's that thing? Where's that? Here. I'm gonna save because we're about to have some action. Please select an option. Status. Reset. Allow Hadrian to analyze the system. Okay.
Connection restored. I'll make this quick. Plant's turrets took a beating, but I should be able to get you a couple of kill lanes. Just get the thing to chase you down the alleys between the buildings, and you'll lead it right into a crossfire. Hello? Wish I'd found this earlier. You notice those sensors around the facility? Part of a livestock tracking system. Should let you keep tabs on how close the Terramorph is. But it's not connected to this network. There should be a terminal in the adjoining room. Tune it to 183.5.
This here? Wait.
They aren't using it anymore, so why not?
Yes, Barrett, exactly. Deep cores. Just a second. Why am I using... I'm gonna dress in a Mantis spacesuit. Alright. Suddenly I'm Mantis. Hitman, Coachman. Let's try Beowulf for now. Wait, she said to calibrate to what? 83.5. Turn on. Frequency tuner. 83.5, this one. Alright. That's it?
Tracker's reading green. And... what's that sound?
The security lockdown is active.
Shit. Stop. Stop whatever you're doing and get in cover. It's on the move.
There it is. There it is.
Look, I wouldn't engage directly if you can avoid it. The kill lanes, they're set up but need power. There's breakers on each of the buildings you can throw to get them live.
Wait.
Once they're online, lead the Terramorph towards the lights and watch the fireworks.
What?
Give it hell, Vanguard.
What am I?
I love meat like a lot of folks, but feels like we could have figured out something more humane by now.
Barrett, you need other things to worry about right now. Dude, what a... The Terramorph is loose now, so... Distance to target. Wow, no. I have no idea what is going on. Come on, man. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, it's there. No. That thing was right next to me.
Additional power input required.
Problem? Problem?
Where? I swear they were just here.
Yes, Barrett. Up there. Oh. Let him shoot. Dude. Is it up? Wait. Wait, man. Wait. How do I go up?
Sure. I've got some time to kill.
Ah! Ah! Oh! No, God, so bad. There it is. I'm so bad.
Weapon group online.
There you go. Stupid thing.
Oh yes, I know how this ends.
Yep. It's stuck there.
Ah, fought better. Much better.
I fought mud crabs.
That's what I'm talking about. Hot damn.
Barrett is too much into it. That's the music from Predator. Alright. Now we're gonna give this genetic tissue sample to Hadrian.
Ah, I don't get it. Factory's in the middle of nowhere. Take a break. Let's chat.
Barrett is broken. There she is. These factories are so confusing to me. Let's see what's here. Alright. Anyways, let's go to Adrian.
Tracker's gone quiet. I suspect it's either hiding or... Wait.
You did it, didn't you? Heavens above! You just flatlined a terramorph!
Sorry, second one. Yep, all taken care of.
Oh yeah, taken care of. No big deal.
You didn't happen to grab me a tissue sample, did you?
Here you go.
All right. I spotted a microscope downstairs. Let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
Alright. Now it's all on her. Dun. Is this blood? What's that? Oh no, that's a... Were they making chunks here or something?
Older model. Let's see what you can do. Running basic diagnostics? Nothing. Maybe a flag scan? No. Spectrograph. Damn. This equipment, it's not set up to do a proper analysis of our sample. But this terramorph being here, of all places, it doesn't make sense. Humanity's spread plenty of creatures in our travels across the stars. Pets, livestock, pests. But terramorphs, they're different. To our knowledge, no one's ever spread them intentionally. Yet somehow, they follow us.
Yep.
Some say they're demons. Others claim they're a witch's curse or a ghost's revenge. But the science is going to lead us to the real reason. I just know it.
So when humans settle a world, 70 to 100 years later, terramorphs tend to just appear. But no one knows how or why. Dangerous, but at least predictable. Tau Ceti, though, it's too young to have a native population. It's only been colonized 20 years? But then the other option, that someone captured one of the deadliest predators in the galaxy just to wipe out some settlers minding their own business? That seems awfully implausible. Which means we're either looking at a truly strange murder or a faster type of terramorph growth, the results of which could be catastrophic. Terramorph outbreaks have taken down far bigger colonies than this one.
Okay, terramorphs have taken down other colonies?
They have. They even took down an entire city once. A place called Londinian had to be quarantined due to a massive outbreak during the Colony War. It's the only known loss of that scale, but it's the reason why any change in our relationship with these creatures needs to be taken very seriously.
Actually, Londonian, I think it was nuked. Because they figured out they couldn't do anything else. So, the one guy, General Vae Victis, I think he was the one who ordered nukes. How does no one know how Terramorph got into human worlds?
Well, they're not exactly buying tickets and flying coach. The theory is that they're spread by some kind of egg or seed that's able to evade our detection.
Yep.
But how the hell an undetectable egg turns into a Terramorph without anyone noticing is a question no one's ever found an answer to. And it's why what's happened here could be real bad news for the rest of human civilization.
Okay, sounds like we need to do something very quick.
You're right. We just need more information first. Time was, I had access to one of the best repositories of Terramorph research in the galaxy. Seems a natural place to start looking, if I can figure how to access it. But we also need to get this sample properly analyzed, get confirmation on just how concerned we should be. Luckily, I think I know just the person to help with the sample. What would you say to delivering this to him for me?
Sure.
I'd do it myself, but I need to call in some favors. See if I can't get access to that Terramorph data. Plus, maybe just pop by a hospital for a little bit. Clear it with your commander first if you have to. You can even show them this. My gene tag. Tell them Hadrian Sanan is worried there could be more attacks on the horizon. They should recognize the name.
All right.
Oh, you don't understand what a weight off my shoulders that is. I need Dr. Percival Walker to put together a sample analysis for this thing. Full workup. He'll know what that means. I'm not sure exactly where to find him, but last I heard he was contracting with the Trade Authority on Mars. There's a place called the Sixth Circle in Sidonia. Bar run by some old friends. I'll meet you and Percival there. And here, it's not exactly a bounty, but you certainly deserve them. Should cover the cost to fuel to Mars, at least. Now please, go check in with your commander. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Right. First, we're going back to New Atlantis. Now, I think he'll give us the spacesuit. And then we go to Mars, to Sidonia. And this starts basically this whole story arc about the
Dusty?
Terramorphs.
If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now. Then instead of thinking about me, stop by and say hello, okay?
Barrett? He loves to talk. I just want to see if they're gonna give me a uniform now.
Look who's back. All set with that probationary mission? We can do your debrief and formally welcome you into the Vanguard whenever you're ready.
Yep. I need your permission to deliver a Terramorph tissue sample to Mars.
A terror? What? How did you walk away with the Terramorph tissue sample running comms repairs? What happened to the settlers?
No survivors, all lost to a Terramorph, which I killed.
You killed a Terramorph on your first mission. If I could be frank for a moment, holy shit. Above and beyond doesn't really begin to describe it now, does it? Earned yourself some serious hazard pay on this one. But, if none of the settlers made it, who's got you delivering the sample?
There was a researcher investigating the place. She gave me this gene tag to show you.
A researcher? Let me see that. Sanan. I know that name. Let me check the database. Huh. A lot of this data's been classified. Here we go. Service record. Wow. That's a lot of commendations. Seems like she served with distinction as co-head of a UC Xenoweapons division. Faced tribunal at the end of the Colony War. And was dismissed from duty. Guess that's why I'd heard the name before. If she's former Xeno warfare, though, well, we can at least be sure she knows her aliens.
So this might actually be an urgent mission then.
Certainly seems that way. Did your survivor, Hadrian, did she mention why she thinks this sample's so special?
She's not sure what it means, but she wants Dr. Walker on Mars to analyze it.
I see. This has been one of the more surprising debriefs I've ever been a part of. I did actually have another mission lined up for you, supporting UC system defense against the Crimson Fleet.
Yep.
But now I guess you have two options on how to proceed. Head to the UC Vigilance and help out SysDef, or deliver that sample. I'll make sure you've got the proper clearances for either path. Consider these your first official orders. And here, so everyone knows you're working with the Vanguard. Welcome to the Navy, Captain. Vanguard's also got some custom ship modifications. You'll be cleared for access to them next time you're down at the spaceport. Talk to ship services. Now, if there wasn't anything else, suggest you move out.
Awesome. Alright, now we got some stuff here. Let me change. Ooh, we got a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Vanguard. Calibrate UC Vanguard. Just a second. And what about the weapons? Alright. I'm over encumbered. I'm gonna have to give something to Barrett. Here it is. Actually. So now this... Now we basically unlocked this quest line, you know, further. And like he said, we have two options, two paths. Deep cover. Which is more about spying, infiltration. We're gonna basically infiltrate the Crimson Pirates headquarters and become one of them, do missions for them. And it's very interesting. Or we can continue this storyline about investigating the Terramorphs. So they run parallel to each other. And they're both part of this one quest line about the UC Vanguard. So I think we should start doing those. They're very fun. And along the way we can just you know, find power temples. So for next time. So I'm probably gonna continue the Terramorph quest line with the Hadrian, and so we're gonna go to Cydonia next. But that's gonna be the next episode, and that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.